Dynasty Baseball League. You want to start with your matchup this time?
No.
What?
I love that you start with yours.
Why?
It's your show.
It's my show now. I own the show.
It's always been your show.
It's always been my show. Huh?
I've just been the upgrade.
The upgrade. Oh, really? You've added that much to it. Okay, week 5. First matchup. Bear Bashers 11. All Rise 5. I don't know if you were paying attention on a day-by-day basis, but it was a huge Sunday for Bear Bashers. Made some amazing pickups for the Sunday that swapped that score from 9-6 to 11-5. Saturday into Sunday.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Must have been all that churning you did.
Well, that's what I had to do. I don't care.
How can the best pitching staff in the league have to churn to beat someone?
Well, it's interesting you said that, because basically there was 3 pitchers who gave up 5 runs in an inning. And that's how that works. And the reason why that's happening is because I had an injury on my pitching staff, so I had to have someone who wasn't one of my stud starters, because my stud starters are still my stud starters. They haven't done anything wrong.
They're just not good enough.
But I had 2 relievers each give up 5 runs in an inning, and I had Nick Pivetta got absolutely destroyed by the Nationals. It was actually just the Bryce Harper show. He hit 2 home runs off of him.
Nick Pivetta, but he's not one of your regulars. Wasn't that a pickup?
Well, yes, I had to do that because I had someone on the DL. So he's more
So
of a-
you chose him as a starter. Interesting.
Either way, I still, with all those horrible pitching situations there, still ended up with a 106 whip by the end of the... how does that rank on your roto list there?
Depends what you're asking me. I will try to pay more attention to the specifics of your question so that I do not get ahead of myself.
No, I'm just saying for whip, how did Bear Bashers finish for the season?
Bear Bashers for the whip was number 1 in the league.
Wow. Despite having 3 guys get rocked. It's amazing how that works, isn't it? Anyway, now, I do know that with your roto stats that you said that All Rise had a pretty poor week, right? Because you said
he was number 7.
Number 7. So, and you say that Bear Bashers was number 2. So number 2 overall, number 7, and 11-5 win seems correct. Would you agree?
The end result, yes. But like
Yes.
you said, there were a lot of close categories. So
in the pitching, yes.
yeah, in the pitching. I was gonna say the
his,
offense.
His offense was atrocious.
Yes, he had the worst offense in the league.
But mine was pretty good, so I wouldn't say. What?
Yeah, it was.
It was above average, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you were 4th.
Right. So I mean, if you have a 4th, yeah, okay. So yeah, I mean that's enough of that. Okay, next matchup, the one that everybody was talking about. Got a lot of text about this one. Very, very popular matchup. The and Globo Gym, 2 of the preseason favorites.
Must have been on a separate text thread because I didn't get any of them.
The with the 12-6 win over Globo Gym. I would say, looking at it, there's a lot of close categories. I feel like...
I gave up some points on Sunday. I was mad.
Oh, really?
I was up 14-4 at one point, 14-3.
Well, I feel like Globo had a bad roto week. I'm looking at these stats. Would you agree with that?
Number 8.
Yes. So...
Yes, number 8.
And then I guess you were, what, number 5 or something like that?
6. I was
would've
not.
guessed, yeah.
I didn't even break 100 points in roto stats this week.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, neither of you had a really special
No.
offensive week, especially. I mean, it's very
46.
average stats the whole way across the board here. I mean, actually, the batting averages are kind of low, 250 to 252.
These would be the number 4 and number 5 offenses for the week, roto-wise.
It's interesting. It seems kind of low totals. Maybe it was just a low offensive week, though. For everybody.
Well, I mean...
No? I don't know. I mean,
yeah, I mean,
250...
we were low, and well, apparently this is a big week for doubles and home runs. League-wise,
Yeah.
there
But
was a
batting
lot of
averages-
high numbers. No, our batting, we were
low
bad.
on batting averages.
We were very bad there.
Yeah. Now, he had a really bad pitching week. That's for sure. I mean, when you finish with 5.11 ERA with 86 innings.
He had the worst pitching staff.
And that is a correct one as opposed to last week. That was,
Yes.
you know what I mean? Right.
Yes.
Um,
He was last in ERA, WHIP, total bases, next to last in wins and losses.
yeah. So, and that's coming off of a very good pitching week last week. So it's very interesting the up and down Globo Gym pitching that is
Yes.
happening here. So yeah, but I mean, basically, I think the biggest place the Globe, because the pitching, the offensive categories were very close.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
So I would say that the biggest issue he had was in pitching, where he still won 3 pitching categories.
Yes. Well, I can't get any wins. I can never get wins. So that
Really?
was easy.
Even with Kluber, you don't get a lot of wins with Kluber? I mean, the Indians win.
I had 2 wins for the week.
No, I see that you only had 2 wins for the week, but anyway. Moving on, Alaska Glaciers with a 10-7 win over 5 Swords. Wow.
And here's where you're gonna love this.
Jeez.
Roto-wise,
Whoa.
Roto-wise, the wrong team won.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's clearly the case here. I mean, when 5 Swords hits 322 as a team, that's nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 offensive categories. There's a cat on my back right now. He climbed my back. My goodness. Anyway, 10-7 was the final, and 5 wins for 5 Swords in the win category. Or, I mean, the offensive category.
Well, 5 Swords actually had the 3rd best roto stats for the week.
Wow.
And Alaska Glaciers had the 4th. So that's a very surprising final score, statistics-wise.
Well, I would go to the pitching category.
Yes, that's where,
5 Swords lost.
yes,
Um,
55 points to 37 points, so yes.
yeah, because basically he won saves, which is easy to do because Alaska Glaciers have
And I never
closers.
thought, how about this? Would this surprise you if I told you that 5 Swords had the best offensive stats of the week?
I mean, overall, yes.
Roto
Yes,
stats.
right. I
He
mean, that
had
would
the
surprise
number
me
1
knowing.
offense.
But
Better
look-
than Ben's champions. How many times have we said that?
I know. Looking at this, it's clearly, I mean, 322, 14 homers, 49 RBIs. That's legit.
He got now. If you look, I mean, he did get unlucky in a couple categories with stolen bases getting tied.
Yeah.
Triples, he lost by 1. That's something you can't control. So I mean, there's 2 points right there. Could have gone the other way. So
Yeah.
hopefully he blew his load last week, and not this week.
You play him this week?
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, his pitching was still you gotta do better than that 132 whip, man.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
that kind of hurts you all around. So.
But again, this is what I'm saying by, you can be lucky or unlucky by your schedule. Let's say he plays Globo Gym instead of Alaska Glaciers.
Yeah, he would have won that
He
matchup.
would have won huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
It's true.
So,
Sometimes
interesting.
it's all about luck.
Sometimes.
Okay, moving on. With that
Moving
same
on.
10-7 score, Ben's champions with the win over Team Jobu. Oh my, 227 batting average. That's not going to cut it. Out of Team Jobu.
This one is another one that Ben's champions, again, because he gives away points,
My
his
gosh.
matchup is closer than what it should be.
23 home runs. 23
Number
home
2
runs.
offense for the week.
Jeez. Ben's champions.
But
hitting bombs.
but now think about this. This was the number 5 roto team against the number 10 roto team, and the score was only 10-7. And without looking at categories, why do you think it was close?
Well, my guess would be pitching, knowing the teams that were playing.
Correct. So again, Ben's champions, you are costing yourself points. I don't care if it's May. I'm just saying. That's his thing.
Well, I mean, it's okay to punt saves, but he's kind of punting holds too. I mean, I know sometimes he makes moves, trying to get the holds guys, but
Number 3 worst pitching staff for the week. He's always at the bottom.
Mm-hmm. So where was Team Jobu's pitching staff? Because these stats are similar. They had the same ERA, literally 4.34. I mean, even though Jobu won it,
he was probably the next guy up.
yeah, because
So-
I mean these pitching stats are pretty close.
Right.
Other than the reliever stats, which Jobu wins because he
So
has
if you're
them.
playing Ben's champions, though, he's winning what he's what he's trying to win. He's winning losses.
Yeah.
And he's winning total bases on a consistent basis.
Yeah, because he's
Not throwing anybody.
exactly he's going to win total bases all the time because he's not making the moves to start more guys.
Right.
So,
But again, he's only winning 2 points.
yeah,
2 points.
yeah, I know, and I mean, and let's see, offensively, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 offensive categories were won by him. There was 1 tie in stolen bases and triples was the
So I'm
only
saying
14
he has a
that
week
won.
where his offensive guys don't hit. He's getting shellacked.
Well, you know what his argument would be? My offensive guys never don't hit. So what are you gonna do? So
Playing when they don't hit.
and then actually not probably, it is the biggest blowout of the week.
As predicted,
Did you predict that? I don't remember.
Zips predicted it.
Zips did. Oh, okay.
He actually says it on the video.
Okay, I remember now. Zips with the 14-4 win over 66-44.
Zips was the number 1 roto team for the week.
This was the first week that I can recall where Zips had a good offensive week.
Yes, the batting average is back to where Zips likes it to be.
Yeah.
I tried to hack onto his team page and change his name from Zips to the Prophet, but he changed his password, so I don't know. So I can't do it.
And wow, see, he probably had the number 1 roto week, right? Zips.
That's what I just said.
Okay, I missed that, but yes, because he had a 2.10 ERA and a very balanced offensive attack.
He was the number 3 offense and the number 2 pitching staff.
Yeah.
As All Rise was the number 1 pitching staff.
I will say
again.
that ERA, that 2.10 ERA, seems a little bit fortunate considering the 123 WHIP.
Whip. Yes.
That WHIP's kind of high to have an ERA that low. But these things happen. Everything happens for a reason. And now Zips is back in it.
And it's a win it.
I mean, if you actually look at the standings now, there's
Who looks
only...
at the standings?
I look at the standings all the time. 4.5 games. 4.5 games separate number 1 and number 8. Only number 9 and number 10 are sort of out of the group right now. I mean, do you remember? Because we're basically 5 weeks in now. Do you remember a season that everyone's that close? Because that's, basically 1 through 8, 4.5.
Yes,
games.
I do.
Do you really?
Yes.
Like a couple years ago, or
This season, the very first week.
well, not this late in the season is what I'm trying to say.
This late, week 5.
We're
It's
a quarter into the season.
so-
Basically, close. It's not exactly because it's, what is it, a 21 week.
Yeah.
So, and 5 are completed. So it's, I guess, I'm sorry, is it like 22.5% into the season?
Okay.
Is that better?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Like accurate data.
Right. But yeah, I mean, everybody's still in it. And I would even say, even 5 Swords at 66-44. They're basically 10 games out of a playoff spot right now.
Well, here's how I look at it. If you're 9th and 10th being double-digit games back, you need to start panicking now.
Yeah,
Because
I'll agree
if
with that.
you just keep coasting, 12 turns into 14, turns into 18, turns into 20 games out. You've got to start playing now when you're double-digit games back as if it's week 18, 19, and 20. I'm sorry. You have to. You just can't. It's been proven several times that once you get double digits back, it's almost impossible to try to get back in it.
Yeah.
Any surprises at the standings that you're looking at?
I would still say Team Joe Boo, even though he's clearly fading. I would say I'm still surprised that he's that high. Other than that, no.
Are you
I mean,
going to toot your own horn now that you've finally made it into the playoff seedings? You're officially a playoff team if it ended this week?
honestly, I think the only reason I would toot my own horn is because I have had basically two of my top 3 offensive guys have been on the DL forever. You know what I mean?
That's a long time.
Turner and Andrews. You know what I mean? And then Rizzo is still hitting like 190. If you would have told me that in week 6 I would be 2.5 games out of first place, I would have been like, you're lying. There's no way. I'd be way too. You know what I mean? So to me, I would say, yeah, I'm actually ecstatic where I am considering the adversity that my team had to deal with.
Okay.
You don't agree with that? I mean,
You're the guy that plays the matchup, so I guess to me, I don't think it really should matter if your guys are hurt or not because you're playing matchups.
no,
You're playing matchups with your hitters, so why does it matter?
Well, even the pitchers now that I have the guys hurt. I mean, there's certain. Apparently, it's in vogue to stream against the Orioles.
Yes, they're awful.
I know.
Thank you, Trevor Cahill.
Oh my gosh.
That was a great one. By the way, nice pickup.
I don't get it.
You picked up Trevor Cahill.
No. It was Triggs. Triggs had.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You picked up Hap.
Yeah. Yes, I used a waiver claim on Hap. I mean,
Go for it. Get him.
well, Blue Jays are good. See, a category that we have is wins. For some reason, he doesn't realize that. He's like, I don't chase wins. Well,
I
that's why
don't.
you never win wins because you don't win. So, I mean, well, let's.
Do I not win wins because I don't win?
I wouldn't know. I do wonder what you're going to do now that you've got DeGrom and Kershaw on the DL. What is your? Do you have any?
I do what I do best.
What is that? Survive.
Yep.
You will survive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
We will rally around Kurt Warner.
Is that right? Okay. Well, I guess what I wanted to do from last week was talk about Globogen because I thought that was gonna be our team that we were gonna dissect this week.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, he had a bad week, and he's not as far ahead of the rest of the pack. I do think it's interesting, though, that it seemed like the rumor mill of the league was that there was some separation, and there is none. There's more parity than I've ever seen. So
It is very interesting. Now,
Yeah.
I would like to throw this wrench into with more roto stats.
Oh, okay, hold on. We'll do the roto stats first. Go ahead.
What else were you going to do?
We're going to do the hot topic of Globogen, but we can wait. It's all right.
Well, we have a lot of other stuff we have to do before that.
Oh, we do?
You got to do the records.
Oh, were there any
You got
records?
to do trades.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Apparently, I'm jumping the gun. I'm just so excited to talk about Globogen.
He's so excited that he's actually relevant right now because he's one of the playoff teams.
Whatever.
It's true. So
2 games behind this guy.
Using the-
2 games. Just saying. I mean, you act like okay. Continue. Whatever. Go ahead. Roto stats.
So again, using roto stats, the question was, could you do a strength of schedule based off roto stats? And the strength of schedule then is going to be composed of taking each week the rankings of the roto teams.
Yeah.
And you get, obviously, if you played the number 1 team, you get 1 point for that. So you want your score to be low to show that you played harder opponents through the first 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to give you the whole list, but so as of right now, the 2 teams that have played the hardest schedules
Mm-hmm.
through the first 5 weeks
Right.
are Team V.
Shocking.
No, not to me. I mean, not to me it's not. I have the numbers in front of me. I've known it.
Okay. Yeah.
And 66-44.
Okay.
So could that be an explanation for why 66-44 is in 10th place? Second toughest schedule through the first 5 weeks.
Per roto.
Per roto.
I mean, I guess so. I don't know. I feel like the biggest reason why 66-44 is in last place is because the pitching is so atrocious.
Okay.
Again, next week, I promise, we will do a cumulative roto stats. Because right now, what he does is weekly. I know that you don't care, but if we look at 66-44 and say for the year, his ERA is 4.90. I'm making that up. But do you know what I'm saying? Like, you would say, okay, it's the lowest ERA. Well, then obviously he should be in last place. He's got the worst ERA, cumulative, in the league. You know what I mean?
No, because we already know that Ben's champions cumulative roto stats are going to be the worst for pitching.
You're positive about that?
I already guessed.
Well, you're guessing. See, if I guess, I get in trouble. But when you guess, it's okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Because when I guess, I say I'm guessing. When you give it as a fact, and then it's usually wrong. So the only other numbers I want to give you are the 2 easiest schedules through 5 weeks are, number 10 is Team Joe Bill,
All right.
and number 9 is Bear Bashers. And
Now you're saying that. Well, okay. Can I play devil's advocate on that?
please be the devil.
Well, okay. Like for instance, this week, okay, I had the number 2 roto team for the week. Correct. So does it really matter that the team that I played had the number 7 roto week? Because I still had a good roto week, and I still should have.
In that instance,
You know what I mean?
no. And
So-
that's why I'm going to further this by taking the average. But what it's saying is, it's saying a majority of the time when you play, regardless of what your roto score is, you're playing someone that is statistically is having a worse week than you, no matter who you're playing. That's what it's saying.
Yeah, I mean, but again, my argument's never going to change. I play the matchup, and if they are having a poor roto week in any sort of category, it changes how I make my lineup, so therefore my roto stats are never that great. Because it just changes what I do. Just does.
So there you go. The reason his roto stats are not good is because of him.
Well, I mean, can I give you an example?
No.
I can't?
No.
Oh, all right, never mind. I'm not allowed to give an example, apparently. Apparently it's my show, but I can't even give an example.
Well, you give the
so.
same stuff every time.
Well, no. Like,
If I'm winning stolen bases, I'm not gonna play my steals, guys. If I'm winning ERA and WHIP, I'm not gonna throw my pitchers. Yes, everybody knows that.
I don't believe that my
Everybody.
voice sounds like that, to be honest. But
That's how it sounds.
okay.
So yes, everybody knows that. We understand that. But what you don't want to recognize is it doesn't matter that you're doing that. The person you're playing every week has a poopy or week than you every time you play them. That's called luck.
Okay.
That's all. That's all the rotor stats are saying. You've been very lucky so far with your schedule.
Okay.
Same thing with Team Joe Boo. As you say, Team Joe Boo is fading. I say no. Team Joe Boo is actually playing people now. Maybe that their roto stats are performing better than him because he doesn't perform that well roto-wise.
Team Joe Boo hit 227 last week. That is a fade. I mean, if your offense is not clicking when that happens, so it doesn't matter who he's playing. I mean, was he last in batting averages
No.
this week? Someone was worse.
Oh wait, that's TW. Sorry.
Yeah, try again.
MT.
Who was worse?
66-44.
What was his batting average?
I don't have
No,
that.
you don't have that. All right.
I just have the rankings.
But all right. So what? So I guess then the next thing we're going to do is records. Is that what's
We will
next?
do records and trades.
Records and no. Let's do the trades now. Let's pull up the trades and then we'll do records. after
Pulling.
that. Your connection was interrupted.
Yeah,
Oh, it's back again.
because you keep talking. Frenchie Cordero.
Wow, Frenchie Cordero.
Oh,
wasn't
hold on. We
traded.
got a trade block. Bench champions. That's always a good laugh. Did you drop Todd Frazier? No.
Oh, I dropped him a long time ago.
Sorry. Trades.
Yeah.
We have quite a few.
Yeah, it was a very busy.
We
trade.
did the Chris Archer Castillo trade. We forgot to mention the prospects. In our defense, we didn't know about the prospects that were in the trade because neither of the two GMs that made the trade of Chris Archer and Luis Castillo decided to tell anybody about it. Not our fault. We do not take responsibility for that one. Okay, so that means we should be caught up, and the next one is Corey Seager for Yoenis Cespedes.
That was a very interesting trade. I get it from both parties. I just felt that the value for Corey Seager would have been higher than just Cespedes.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to agree with you. I think that he should have tried to. He can say he wouldn't have gotten, but you don't know because you didn't do it. You didn't. Don't lie, Globo Jim. You didn't shop him around.
Yeah. I mean,
You went to 2 or 3 people. You got awful offers for him, which
Right.
means he probably offered him the bench champions
I was going
and,
to say because it wasn't me.
and
no.
Team Joe Boo. I never got an offer. You didn't get an offer. I'm pretty sure Zips didn't get an offer.
Yeah.
You know you didn't offer him the 66-44 because he already has 5 shortstops. So, I mean, there's half the league. But anyways,
Yeah.
I liked it for 5 swords.
Yeah, actually, I really do. I mean, it's more of a, but it's almost like an early rebuild. You know what I mean?
Kinda. It depends how long it's going to take him to recover.
Yeah, he might be out like half a year, like half of next year.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
So,
I give props to 5 swords. That was a good trade.
yeah, and right now, what do you have right besides Cespedes?
He got hurt already.
Exactly. That's the thing. He always gets hurt,
Yep.
and he's in the NL, so he's got to play the field
Yep.
to be in. So
Well, but in Globo Jim's defense, the 2 times he's gotten hurt, it's been base running.
yeah.
So,
Well, I know, but I'm just.
but if he's still in the AL, he's still got to run.
Yeah, I mean,
Next trade, which was a kind of a head scratcher as well, you Darvish for John Lester.
now, do you think it was a head scratcher? What is your opinion on that?
I kind of look at it the same way as the Seeker trade. You really don't think you can get better than John Lester for you Darvish?
Well, you Darvish has been
been terrible.
so bad.
Correct.
This one at least makes a little more sense. And Lester hasn't been anything special at all.
He was pretty good last night.
I feel, yeah, he was. I feel like, to me,
push.
it's kind of a push. I don't know. I guess Darvish has a lot more legs, though. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot more distance there. I mean, not just that he's 6'5" and Lester's 5'11".
Right.
I'm saying that it's Darvish has more years on the arm. You'd imagine, but
Darvish has more years on the arm. Oh, you mean
yeah,
available?
Yeah, more. Yeah, yeah. Lester's going to be out of baseball.
I don't know. I thought
regardless.
Well, yes,
That's
but
what I
that's
mean.
because of age.
Right,
Don't
right.
you? I thought the Japanese pitchers they pitch more or less. I thought they pitch more than the American pitchers do. I thought they only have 4-man rotations.
Well, they only pitch once a week, though. I'm not. I don't know their off day
Yeah, I don't
schedule,
know. I don't
but you know what I mean. That's why they have Otani only doing once a week. But I don't know what. So it really bothered you that much? Do you
No,
think
I
he
just
got-
I just think once again I think it's another reason guys don't shop guys. How do you know? Tell me that you made more than one offer and that was the first one accepted.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's all.
Seems like there's a lot of trades on this list from Globo Gym. But do you think he's in some sort of panic mode or what? Because
No, this was Team Jobu and Zips.
Well,
This
no,
one was Global.
the-
The,
right,
next
the
one,
next
I'm sorry.
one, next
You're,
one.
you're fortune telling. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Next trade was Kenley Jansen, regarded as possibly the number one closer going into the preseason.
going into the preseason for sure.
For Double E, Edwin Encarnacion.
You know, I think this is actually this isn't a bad sell on Canley Jansen, believe it or not.
I agree. I was going to
Because-
go along with that as well.
Because his velocity has really dropped, and that's why he's getting hit.
Yeah.
So
My question again, though, and I know this is going to sound like a broken record, you don't think he could get better than Edwin Encarnacion for Kenley Jansen?
well, if you know anything about Edwin Encarnacion and about how streaky he is, it's very interesting that he got hot this early. That's kind of scary because I feel like because he got hot this early,
He's in a monster year?
because when he usually gets hot is when it gets hot, like
Right.
in the All-Star breakish right after. You know
Right.
what I mean? If he does that again, he's on pace for 45 bombs. He really is because he's already at 10 now.
Right.
So, I mean, so it might be the right year to do that trade for him. I don't know.
Interesting. It was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So, direct quote from Zips was, "I'm not winning saves any week ever anyways, so
Okay.
why not trade for a hitter to help my offense?"
I'm okay with it. But on the flip side,
Flip!
if Jansen can actually be better, it's a good,
It would be better for what? The Dodgers look terrible.
Well, I don't care about that. A closer's a closer no matter what. The Dodgers are still going to win 75 games. So there's no matter how bad you think they are, the saves should still be there.
So you're
you know?
saying you'd rather have Raziel Iglesias over Craig Kimbrell because a closer's a closer?
No, but Kimbrel is an elite closer.
Okay, so you'd rather have Raziel Iglesias over Brandon Morrow.
Oh, yes. I don't think. Well, but see that again. It depends what you're comparing. I'm not sure Murrow is that durable. I don't know if he'd
Well,
be-
not if he's going to keep going out there throwing 2 innings every time. I mean, that's pretty stupid by Madden.
It's everybody. It's not just Madden. The bullpen is. You agree with that, right? I mean, the bullpen's been. Everybody's bullpen is just like.
It's erratic. People
Yeah.
are playing numbers way too much right now.
Yeah.
And the last trade that just happened on
Oh yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to this because it didn't make any sense to me at all. Please explain.
Shane Green
Yes.
for Leonis Martin.
Right.
What don't you understand?
Why? Why would you do this trade? I get Andy wanted another closer because he can't win saves.
Correct.
That's why he wanted it. But why do you trade him for Leonis Martin of all weird people?
Okay, so here's inside info for you.
Yes, that's what I'm looking
Leonis
for.
Martin was actually a guy I was going to pick up
Okay.
off free agency.
All right.
He picked him up before me.
Mhm.
Shane Green's a guy I picked up off of free agency against Globo Gym.
Mhm.
So it didn't cost me anything.
Okay. Is that it? Why does Leonis Martin excite you?
Singles.
He gets a lot of singles.
I'm very worried because managers this year are deciding to be smarter than they are. And this is inside information for you people playing Team V. Ender Inciarte's moved down to the 9 hole. And it's going to be permanent. It makes absolutely no sense to me. A guy had he had his career year last year.
He did.
And you move him to the 9 hole.
Mm-hmm.
You explain that to me.
Well, are they leading off Albies?
Yes.
That's the reason.
Okay, so then drop him to 2. So if Albies gets on base,
Acuna's probably batting 2, right?
why wouldn't he be batting 3 or 4?
Well, because Freeman and Markakis have been off the chain.
Oh God, Marquez.
Dude, hey, I'm not. It doesn't make sense to me why he's hitting so many home runs, but he is.
Correct.
I don't know. Did he change his launch angle or something? I don't know.
Changed your launch. Anyway, it just doesn't make sense. A guy had his best season, and now you bump him to 9. You basically killed his stats. So I traded for Leonis Martin because I think he's going to be the Ender Inciarte this year.
I don't know. With Detroit, it's just rough, man. Because especially if Cabrera can't stay on the field, I
don't need him to. Those aren't the guys hitting behind him that are driving him in. It's Candelario, it's Castellanos, then it's Miggy, then it's Victor. So I'm not worried about Miggy and Victor because Castellanos and Candelario are going to be hitting behind him the whole time.
Yeah, I would. I don't know. I get why the Braves did that move, though. I mean, I know it doesn't suit you fantasy-wise.
Just doesn't make any sense.
But.
Or how about this? Why not have him hit in front of Albies if Albies is such a great hitter?
Because they don't want Acuna batting 6, because that's what you do?
See, I think you're overvaluing Markakis. I think Markakis should be the guy hitting 5th or 6th.
Because here's the deal. Acuna steal bases? Yes.
He can.
Yeah. He's got speed, so you bat him number 2, and then Freeman's batting 3, correct?
Right.
Freeman's going to see more fastballs because they're scared that Acuna is going to run on them.
I got that.
That's what it is. That's why. It's that simple.
Okay.
Those are the trades. So now we are going to take a break, and then we will go into the records. Were there any records, first of all? Did we even check that? Or are we just going to come back from this and say, no records?
Correct. And then you can just go right into your...
All right, that's fine. That's fine. So we're going to check it out.
So in conclusion, it was a free agent pickup for a free agent pickup.
Okay, yeah. I'm not mad about the trade. I just wanted an explanation. It's not that big a deal. Honestly, I think Shane Green isn't going to keep the closer job anyway because Jimenez is going to get it eventually.
They're going to trade Shane Green. That's why they're keeping him.
Oh, really? You think somebody wants him?
Well, here's what they want to do. They want to keep him as the closer, and if he gets better, then they can trade him.
That makes sense. All right. Off
Be right back.
Okay. Time for records.
And we're brighter.
We
put some lights on.
Put some lights on.
How's my hair look?
It's amazing.
Thanks. Just like the Mets. 2 records.
Oh.
1 tie, 1 is new. You want to do the disclaimer, though, that we forgot to put in?
I actually did know this. I just kept forgetting to say. The records are only good from 2010 and up. So the first 6 years of our league is not included in the records just because there's no such record keeping.
Yahoo did not recognize our keeper league as a keeper league until 2010.
Yeah. So, but anyway, it's better than nothing. So
Ben's champions tied most home runs in a week at 23.
Wow.
With 4 other people.
Wow.
Well, I shouldn't say 4 other people because 2 of the other records that he tied were also Ben's champions teams.
Surprising. No, not really.
And we have a new quality starts record from the Bear Bashers, thanks to his churning this week.
That's right. Churn.
10 quality starts is the new benchmark.
10
is the
10
new
quality starts.
bar.
10. I don't know.
Now please go. Bore everybody.
No, there's nothing to talk about. What? Didn't you say there was something else, or is that the only 2?
That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
Just those 2? Okay. All right. Well, now we will have our hot topic. Why do you... This is where we actually talk about players more than people's...
It's the part that everybody skips in the videos.
That's not true. No, it's not.
I won't say your names.
Oh, whatever. Hot topic. Okay. Now, are you here? What's happening? All right.
I hope so. It's my casa. Mi casa es
All
no
right.
su casa.
First, we're going to look into the offensive Lobo Gym, see if it's sustainable. McCann is the new catcher he has to replace
Buster Posey.
To replace Buster Posey. That is a huge
drop-off.
Huge, yeah.
I think you should have had a plan in place when you made that trade.
Well, he just figured it was a catcher's a catcher. That's what everybody thinks, but it's...
No, I had a plan.
Oh.
Wilson, are you kidding me? Wilson Ramos has been ridiculous since I've had him.
Oh, okay.
He's actually outperformed Real Muto.
Oh, okay, interesting. Mauer is his first baseman right now. Is that really the first baseman he's going with? I know that he just picked up Gary. This might just be a Monday lineup here. Let's see. He's got Hanley Ramirez.
Hanley's been hot, but
I mean, has he been hot for the season? 297, 3 homers, 19 RBIs.
Wilson Ramos, 315 average, 364 on base percentage.
We're not talking about your team right now.
Shit.
Sorry.
Shoot.
Sorry.
Sorry, who are we talking about?
Yeah, we're talking about Hanley Ramirez.
The number 1 team in the league. The number 1 power ranked team in the league.
He's ranked 73. That's probably about where he is. So I'm okay with that. What?
You're funny.
What? You don't rank? A ranking kind of matters. Is that what is?
No, the ranking, that is where he is.
No. I'm saying that I can see him still being there at the end. That's what we're doing here. This is all about sustainability. That's why we talk about these things. Sustainability. All right.
And I have James McCann as his catcher right now, by the way.
Moving on, I think D. Gordon has outperformed. I don't believe this is...
You don't think he's a 343 hitter?
No, I do not. And I know he's fast, and I know that there's a lot of credence given into stolen bases, especially when it comes to rankings. But I do not believe he's going to finish with 70 stolen bases either. That's that's a little bit high, but he's still going to be pretty decent. So I also think if he's only hitting 347, that 367 OPB is not very exciting. That means he is not walking. I don't like that.
Okay.
Chapman is hitting 232, and that's what he's going to do. Like, I mean, he was off to that hot start, but that wasn't. So I'm not huge on Chapman.
That's not his starting third baseman. That's okay. Nolan Arenado is his third baseman.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sorry. It's a Monday, so I'm looking at the Monday lineup.
So why don't you go to his Sunday lineup then?
Yeah, that's probably what I should have did. Let's see here. His real shortstop, I'm sure, is not Defoe. Is he running with Anderson out there all the time?
Well, he got rid of Corey Seager.
My goodness gracious.
Tim Anderson.
Well, Tim Anderson, I mean, yes.
He is platooning Tim Anderson and Wilmer Defoe right now.
Wow. I mean, yeah, you're going to get the steals from Anderson, but that White Sox lineup is atrocious, so I don't like the peripherals for Anderson at all.
Okay.
Do you agree with any of this? Do you even say anything? Why are you in this video? So you're just going to sit there and say nothing? All right, that's fine. Cespedes is now hurt, and that's kind of what we thought.
I mean, he wasn't really doing anything anyways.
Well, he's down to 246.
Yeah.
No, he's still on pace for like 28 homers.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, my opinion will be at the end. Go.
All right. Charlie Blackmon has been crazy. I wonder though, where is Blackmon batting third in that lineup, or is he leading off again? Do we know?
Well, here's what happened. They moved LeMahieu to lead off before he got hurt.
Okay.
But now since LeMahieu got hurt,
They moved Blackmon back to lead off.
I think they moved him back to lead off.
Because I don't see how you got a guy with 11 home runs with 20 RBIs. Like that's not okay. That is hurting your offense.
Well, if he's the leadoff guy,
That's what I'm saying. He shouldn't be leadoff. He needs to be in the middle of that line.
He was hitting leadoff, and David Dahl is up to the 2 spot.
Well, maybe they had a leadoff Dahl. So I don't know. There's got to be someone on base when Blackmon hits. That's what I think.
Well, and I think that's why I think they're going to have a very interesting lineup once LeMahieu comes back, which should be here shortly.
Yeah.
They move him back up to 1. Do you drop Dahl down to 4 and put Blackmon, Arenado at 2 and 3? Or do you keep Dahl up there and then you move Blackmon to 3 and Arenado back down to 4? I don't think there's any way they bump Arenado down to 4.
No. You got to have. I
would bump Dahl down to 4.
Yeah, you always have your best
because then you have
hitter in the first
then
inning.
you've got your righty lefty, kind of top 4.
Right. Do you think that Haniger is for real?
Yes. I'm so mad I don't have him. We talk about that almost every week.
Yeah. So he's at 297.
Great
10
job,
homers,
Team
27
Joe Bill.
RBIs. Seattle's offense is really clicking.
Yeah, they're banging.
Yeah. I mean,
They could just get consistent starting pitching.
That's the problem. I'm actually surprised that Chu is owned by him. You don't think there's other better free agent options than Chu?
I'm sure there are, rankings-wise, but, Chu is the 193rd ranked player in our league.
Yeah.
So, he's a top 200 guy.
Yeah, but I know he walks a lot, but that 245 average is just eh.
Well.
And Texas, without Andrus in the lineup, it's Gallo and Mazzara.
And you don't like Mazzara anyways.
I don't like Gallo because he strikes out too much. But
Another guy that he picked up that I'm mad about is Jorge Soler, but he's kind of fizzled out here a little bit. But he's still hitting 308.
I like that 425 OPB. He is not swinging at bad pitches. That's a good sign.
Yeah. Wish I could have found a way to keep him in my roster.
Yeah. And I
forgot about the Yankee.
I didn't get there yet. Stanton, he's going to be better than this. He did the same thing last year. I don't know why you're shaking your head because he did the same thing last year. Had a really, really slow start and then got really hot. So I'm not concerned about that at all. Especially there's going to be less pressure on him because the Yankees have been so good. You know what I mean?
I think he's going to not perform well this year.
You think for the entire year?
Yes.
Okay.
I think he's going to be too inconsistent.
I think he is what he is. I don't like right now. This 227 average. He's going to be around 250 by the end of the year. I'm not saying that's great, but a 250 for him is going to get him between 35 and 40 homers. You just with the sheer number of at bats in the summertime in Yankee Stadium. You know what I mean? All he has to do is hit the ball. It's going to go.
He's got to make contact.
Well, he's going to. I'm not concerned about that. And his OPP is still 313, which is pretty good considering the 227 batting average, because it's like 80 points higher. You know what I mean? So, I think Stanton will actually be better. So, now we've completed the offense.
You forgot his DL guys.
Forgot his DL guys.
Will Myers.
Oh, we're going to talk about them too.
Well, they are part of his team.
Will Myers was also a surprising 300 batting average start, and that is not sustainable for him.
Diego has been. I think they're very disappointed with how some of their players have performed this year.
Mm-hmm.
The Margos,
yes, all of them have not been good.
Hosmer's
been fine.
Yeah.
But other than that, no. I'm surprised he's sitting there with Odor.
It was just a flyer.
I don't know.
To trade back to bench champion.
It's Ben Jr. Ben Jr. move. Got to get those guys with the home runs. It's what it boils down to. And man, is Murphy done forever? What is happening there?
How you like that trade? How you like that trade, Globo?
Jeez, ew, man. I don't know. I haven't even heard any news.
4 guys for this guy. 4 guys.
Is he ever coming back? Let's look on his little thing. It says Murphy still has pain in knee when running. Oh my, he literally could. I mean, he's an older guy, isn't he? He might be done forever. Just saying. I don't know. So anyway, okay, we talked about the DL guys. I would say, after looking over his offense, it's a little bit less than I thought it was. Would you agree with that? Like, I thought it was going to be one of the better offenses.
I think it's a mirror of bench champions. It's all homers, no average.
Yeah, but bench champions is clearly better offense than that.
Well, yes, I'm saying it's a mold of an old bench champions makeup.
Yeah.
He has one stolen base guy, which is a very good stolen base guy, but
I'm not saying it's a bad offense by any means. I'm just saying it's not as dominant as I thought it would be. So now we will head into the pitchers. Here we got Arrieta, who's off to a fairly decent start. However, red flag, 34 1/3 innings, only 22 strikeouts. That does not bode well for pitching in Citizens Bank the rest of the year.
I agree.
So
I was going to say, wait till it starts getting warmer in Philly.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I don't like that low strikeout rate for Arrieta. Hendricks, again, another guy with a low strikeout rate. He doesn't walk guys though, so that's why his WHIP is 109. But again, as it gets warmer, the ball will carry more at Wrigley. So he's a guy who I would say is probably outperforming what he's going to end up as. But he's going to get a lot of wins because he plays for the Cubs. Try to continue on the starters here. Zach Greinke, I'm surprised his ERA is 4.10. What do you think about that? Just trying to include you in the conversation.
He's all right.
He's all right.
I think his ERA is going to get better once he pitches more games in the humidor.
I would agree with that.
In the humidor.
Yeah. WHIP is at 110, so I mean he still has a pretty decent WHIP. So I think that ERA is actually higher than what it is. So I would say Greinke will be on an uptick. He'll be better.
Would you take Matt Chapman and Kyle Hendricks for Carlos Martinez?
No, I do not like Matt Chapman at all.
Okay.
That's the biggest reason.
Okay. Would you take Scott Kingery, Alex Verdugo, and Teoscar Hernandez for Carlos Martinez?
Yes.
Interesting.
because I feel like even though Kingery's off to a slow start, I'm a big believer in him. I think that he will be a lot better.
I think Teoscar is solid. I don't think he's spectacular, but I think he's solid.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like
He's going to keep hitting the top of that lineup.
I feel like he has a lot of injury issues, and that's why it's taken him this long. Because he's like 28, you know that.
Yeah.
So he's not a prospect.
Well, I know that. So I never said he was a prospect.
No. But I'm just saying, like, I don't think he's that sustainable because I think he's just one of those non-durable guys. And when he's actually out there every day, he's going to get hurt because he's just one of those guys. It's one of those things. So anyway, back to Globo Gym again. And you know, if we get complaints,
He's 26, by the way. 26.
Oh, is he that? Okay. Back to Globo, by the way.
That was about Globo.
If
It was
we
a trade he
get
offered.
well, yeah, but I mean, if we get more complaints about work, because we're trying to do one thing and you're trying to put other things into the
No,
conversation.
I thought it was relevant. That was a trade that Globo
Okay.
offered 5 swords.
Oh, okay. Did Five Swords communicate that to you and say, should I take it?
No.
Or was it, okay.
No, Globo and I were both mad because he spent exactly 10 seconds reviewing each trade
Well,
and rejecting it.
okay.
So
All right.
keep going with your pitching.
Starting pitcher,
McCullers.
McCullers. I've never been big on McCullers.
He's going to get hurt again.
I mean,
He always does.
He does have a good strikeout rate with the 41 innings and 49 Ks, but 373 ERA and 120 WHIP, that seems about what he is. And that's not bad. It's pretty solid, but again, I don't even know if he'll make that, just like you said. He's not durable. Probably doesn't make it through the whole season. David Price, man, what is going on there?
I was not high on David Price.
Yes.
I said
you,
that.
you were right. I was wrong on him. I will completely admit. I thought he'd be better than that.
I was all over 66-24. I said, if you get anybody to give you anything for David Price, take it and say thank you 100
Yep.
times afterwards.
Yeah, he just gives up too many meatballs, man.
It's because he just throws a 91-mile-an-hour straight ball. That's
Yeah.
all he does.
I know. Are you concerned about Carrasco?
No.
Who's the last 2 starts have been iffy.
That's all right. No.
I think
He's still a stud.
I think he is too. But again, man,
Weather.
43 innings, only 39 strikeouts. It's you should be getting one
That's almost one. That's almost a 9.
almost one. I don't know.
It's like 8.87.
Okay, and then the best pitcher in the history of the world, in case you were wondering, James Paxton.
Yeah, great trade. By
Now think about this though. He had that amazing 16 strikeout performance. Okay, for the season, these are season totals: 4.19 ERA and a 1.32 WHIP. After that 16 strikeout performance, so he wasn't pitching that great.
Well, he probably watched the Globo Gym, probably watched the videos and thinks James Paxton's a star.
Hey,
He probably thinks he's freaking Randy Johnson,
Hey.
according to you.
38 and 2/3 innings and 60 strikeouts. Does he strike out a lot of guys? Yes, but unfortunately, what he does is that he strikes out so many guys he can't go long into games. So, and he still gets
what were
hit.
those stats you just gave again?
38 and 2/3, 60 strikeouts. It's a lot of strikeouts.
16 is 44. Okay.
Yeah. But that 132 WHIP, it's still not that good. So, I really like James Paxton.
He does. He
I
loves
really do.
him.
But between him not being durable and the fact is that he still gets hit sometimes, man. It's not just dominant people aren't on. I mean, the whip tells you the story. We're a quarter into the season, 132 whip. It's not great. For stud levels, let's put it that way. And then Johnny Cueto, who was actually amazing till he got hurt. And I'm not sure how serious his injury is. Let's see. To get multiple opinions on right elbow, it's very serious. Oh my.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, he's going to see James Andrews. That's probably the end of that. So, after assessing everything, I think it's clear that Globo Gym is not
He's in
near.
trouble?
Yeah, he
He's
kind of
in
is.
trouble.
He is. I mean, I'm not.
He knows it.
He's going to be in the. He's still in the top 4, but he's not in the top. Would you
So you
agree?
still think he holds on to the top 4?
I can see that, but as this team is currently constructed, unless he makes some deals, he is a 4 seed in my book.
Interesting. Does that mean he is not going to be number 1 on your power rankings?
It's very interesting. I have to assess that. Good segue. You're getting good at this. Going into the next segment because now it's time
One of us has to act like they know what's
for
going on.
power rankings. Okay, so now it's time for the power rankings. Who is your number 6 team?
Dropping
Dropping.
like a brick in water.
Yep. Ooh, Team Joe Boo's at number 6. I can totally see that. What is that? It's a 3-game losing streak? Does that sound
Could be.
right? I think it is. We didn't check that, but that's fine. My number 6 is myself, Bear Bashers. Number
Please
6.
explain. Please explain yourself.
I don't see what I need to explain anything.
Is it because of your monster victory over All Rise? Is that why you're tooting your own horn now, or?
Hey, like I said before, I am a current playoff team despite the adversity, and there's no reason why I can't be number 6. It's that simple. That's all I need to say. Who is your number 5?
The team you just beat.
All Rise. Why do you think that All Rise is better than Bear Bashers? Because that's what it boils down to. Yeah. See, the silence shows you that there's no backing to it at all.
You had the 9th easiest schedule, so how does that make you good?
Why does it? No, the power rankings are why do you have that guy that high?
I think he's a playoff team.
Okay. All right. That's your opinion. My number 5 is Team Joe Boo, who I agree is definitely fading. There's a big matchup this week between Team Joe Boo and Bear Bashers. You're like, I don't care. All right.
It's two teams that have no chance of winning the championship.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. All right, continue.
Number 4.
Number 4, Team V.
Just staying consistent.
Staying consistent, yeah. My number 4 is Ben's Champions.
Wow.
Yes.
Why so low?
Well, the pitching is still the issue. He should have won that last matchup by a ton.
I agree.
And that's the problem. It's not getting changed.
I agree.
So, all right.
My number 3
Number 3.
is Alaska Glaciers, who though is fading, or is inconsistent, I guess I should say. It's very inconsistent.
Yes. And
Which
I agree, by the way. My number 3 is Alaska.
pitching is loaded, but I can't figure out the offense yet.
I don't think he can figure out the offense either.
What he wants to do.
Yeah, because he's not really addressing anything on the offensive end.
No.
So, then who is your number 2?
Surprisingly, Ben's Champions.
Oh, so
Best-
why do you have him that high?
Um,
Despite ragging on his pitching staff all the time, you still have him number 2.
because until someone can show me that they're going to take more than 2 categories away from him offensively, he's still going to win every matchup. Not blowouts,
Right.
but mathematically he's still going to win every matchup.
Okay. All right. My number 2 is Team V. I have Team V.
Why?
Because you now have a legitimate winning streak now. You have won 2 matchups in a row.
Did you know that in the movie Major League, that's not actually considered a winning streak?
Well, I don't care what Major League says. I've always thought you were one of the better teams.
Well, I
and
have too. I've never thought I wasn't.
Okay, well then I don't see why you're not number 2.
Okay.
All right. And then so we have. It's funny because we just sort of ragged on them, but we both have Globo Gym still number 1.
For one more week. For one more week.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I don't know. Do you know who he plays this week, by any chance?
No, I don't pay attention to anybody else but myself.
Oh, okay, interesting. Well, yeah, it's a very tentative number 1, but that's honestly because it's parody.
He's
and
barely holding
I
on.
can't
He's
think of
barely.
someone else that I would put number 1 other than the Globo Gym right now. So,
Team B.
hey, maybe it could be this week. This could be the week where that changes.
No, because I'm playing. See, this is the difference between you and me. I wouldn't, in your rankings, move Team V up to number 1 if Team V wins and Globo Gym loses again because I'm playing 5 swords.
What if Globo Gym's playing Ben's Champions and beats Ben's Champions this week? Is that not a more impressive win?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, or if he it depends if he loses to 66-44 this week or something. You see what I'm saying? Like that would change it. There's more to it. There's more
Who's
to
he
it.
playing?
I don't know. I can look it up. My goodness gracious,
Why are you
you're so needy.
You're never prepared for the videos.
Well, please. Just because you have all these roto stats when we're not in a roto stat league, like that matters. Here we go. Week 6. Globo Gym plays Ben's Champions.
Wow.
So that is a big matchup.
That's a big matchup. Looks better for me because I have Ben's Champions higher, so that would justify Ben's Champions being number 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think the most interesting matchup of the week is actually Zips and All Rise. I think that's a very interesting matchup.
Well, I'll tell you right now, if
Tell me.
Don't
Don't tell us later. Tell us right now.
My money's on Zips because Zips is
Wow.
the hotter team,
Zips is hot right now.
and All Rise isn't. I mean, that offensive week wouldn't have beat anybody last week.
Well, let's do something a little different here. Do you have predictions for each matchup?
Do I have predictions for each matchup?
Bear Bashers and Team Joe Boo.
Okay. I would say.
You don't have to give a score. Just
Right. I would say. I think Bear Bashers wins a close matchup,
interesting.
like 9-8, something like that.
Over under 10 starting pitchers churn this week.
Oh, definitely over. No, definitely over. Because Joe Boo will probably keep doing that, and then I'll have to do it with him. So.
Gotcha.
So we got 5 swords in D. I would definitely say a solid win by thee, maybe like an 11-5,
Wow.
12-6.
Despite my pitching losses for the week.
Well, yeah, because 5 swords' pitching still isn't there. So you're picking the right team to have bad pitching against. Let's see what we got. We got 66-44 against Alaska Glaciers.
That's a tough one because they're both trending down.
They are.
I think this could be a nice rebound matchup for Alaska Glaciers.
Yeah, it's hard for me to pick 66-44 against anybody right now because I just feel like they're the coldest team in general.
Hater.
So I would go with Alaska Glaciers, but I think it'll be a close victory for Alaska Glaciers because I still don't think they're moving in all with all cylinders. Zips and All Rise. I think Zips could win this, and I think they can win it big.
Wow.
I think Zips is hot right now.
Wow.
I mean, when you're trending the way they are trending, I think this
I'm
is
going to
a
go
big
with
win for Zips.
9-7 Zips win. I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
Well, I shouldn't use the word blowout. I'm going to say the 12-6, 11-5-ish area.
That's a big dropper in standings, though.
Globo Gym and Ben's Champions. I've just assessed Globo Gym's team, and I think Ben Champions wins.
Big?
Maybe. Well, again, do you consider that 11-5, 12-6 score big?
That's a 6-game swing.
I might even maybe a little bit, maybe like an 11-7 win. How about that?
That sounds impressive to me.
Okay.
11-7? I don't think that's impressive.
That's about what I'm going to give.
I think Globo Gym's.
I'd give a
Globo Gym has
-4 to Ben's Champions.
If Globo Gym has a bad pitching week again this week, he's getting shellacked. Because I don't think he's going to win. He's going to win stolen bases, and then what? What else?
So there you go. Those are the predictions.
Very exciting.
Very informative week this week. Stand up tall. All right. See you next week.